Hey, Tim Sykes here. Just wanted to do a little video going over the plays today. It's good to take it day by day, okay? A lot of people think, oh, you just have to invest in good companies or, short sell bad companies or short sell stocks that are up too much. But really, if you get into this and start trading, you'll notice that certain stocks have different characteristics and so do days. So if by the end of this video you understand that, leave a comment underneath this video saying, I will take it day by day. I will take it day by day. 7 words. And it's important to know that. And lately, we have been on fire. I've been averaging $70,000 plus profit weeks. That is not normal, okay? If you're in this any extended period of time, it's just been really high. And understand the 70,000, I donated all. I trade very safely, but it should show you the kind of potential. And a lot of my students have been making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 per week because of so many plays. Today, little different. Not that many big spikes. Congrats to everybody though overnight on VYST. I really should have been in this overnight. This pisses me off. Obviously, hindsight is 2020, but this is a first green day OTC with a breakout over the previous highs. Like literally a blind person can see this. Pisses me off, but I'm just a little overwhelmed. There's too many plays, and I missed a really gimme here. Props to Huddy. Everybody give props to Huddy in the challenge chat room. He's one of my newest upcoming students. He nailed this, and he made over $8,000 overnight, and I think he still sold too soon. But this is just a beauty. First green day OTC. And then also IDEX. I didn't want to chase this because, frankly, it's just scary that it's up so much, but this is a runner. So we do have some runners, but I missed both of the big runners, and I think it's important to look at trade by trade, like I said, day by day. I've still made over $2,000 today. Like it's really not that bad. It's crazy how your perspective changes when you do really well. This is like my slowest day of the month so far. And in a normal trading month, this would be an above average or maybe average trading day. As I often say, 2K a day keeps the real job away. But lots of failed spikes, and not all failed spikes. CYDY I had right at the open, bought it in the 380s, and I just didn't give it enough time. It's not like all these stocks are failing. This one just didn't break out, perfectly. The former high was right here in the 380s, so I bought the breakout. I was in this big on Friday too. This was a nice first green day. I didn't have patience. So it's not all the market's fault. I could have done better with this one. It went all the way up to 430-ish. Props to several students. I saw Kyle banked on this. Before I get into more stocks, let me just give a few props to some students. Elk Trader made nearly $1 a share on IDEX. Jesus made some nice money twice on IDEX. Roger made $5,700. On call options on IDEX. And in case you didn't know, Mark Crook has an options new boot camp or masterclass, whatever you want to call it. Email admin@timothysykes.com if you want in on that. But options are another way to play this. So props to everybody in that. Socrates, I like your name. Nice money on SINT. SINT is another big percent runner. But you see, this is the choppiness that I'm talking about. Like, it's obviously a huge spike over where it was under $1 a share, but, big gap up, comes down. I guess you could have dip bought it, but even like when you dip bought it, it's so choppy. And now you're shorting it. It's choppy. Props to anybody who's making money on that. Socrates, good little dip buy. And I like this done for the day. Some people don't understand, like they try to trade all day long. You can make this into whatever you want. You can trade, all day if you like. You can trade once in the day. You can trade twice. You don't have to trade. Make this work for you. Also, Lewis made some money on KTOV. This was a spiker that's now failing. Coach Esparza made $1,500 on SINT. Good job. Martin made money on CYDY, like 10%. Sold a little too soon too. But he's been watching my level 2 DVD, which helps. Brown Sugar making money on IDEX, nearly 50 cents a share. And Gordon also, this is a good food for thought. Like his mutual fund in the last 4 weeks is up 1.5%. Just today, last week and just today, so like 6 trading days, he's made 12%. And this is the key here. Like it's the proper perspective. Here's just a few things that I've copy and pasted from the trading chat room. Here's Fig making $400, huge mental milestone. Good. A few $100s. It's not all about making 2,000. A few $100 adds up over time. Moonshot made 1,400 on the CYDY swing. This was Huddy locked in $8,000 on VYST. Qureshi made 1,200 on HYSR. Dariel made 5% on CYDY. Here's Kyle making 1,300. Moonshot making 1,700. Trader Ramp swing on KTOV. First ever 30%. Glad you're out. Me too. Night Op 744 on IDEX. AWF, SINT, and IDEX $400. Al was on, made 1,000 today. Sticker John made 990. Jackaroo made 650, and then 1,300, then 941, and then I think it's either negative 220 or it looks like negative 220. So he made like $3,000 minus 220, so like 2,800 on the morning. Like that's cool. And Jackaroo, in case you don't know, like he just passed 500,000 in profits. So him making a little over 2,000 on the morning. That's fantastic. Rockney made some money, a few hundred on CYDY IDX 500 for my small account. And Anas made 346 paranoid singles this morning. And really, I think that's like the theme of the day: paranoid conservative singles. And I really have gotten spoiled. But at the same time, like I've now made 5.5 million. And it's mostly like on these 2K a day type trades. So good to keep perspective. CYDY though, like the best lesson, you got to be a little patient, but this is a solid, I didn't want to go to weekly. This is a solid breakout. This has always been kind of tough to trade. It's kind of choppy. It's not my favorite. So I'm not really hugely surprised that I underestimated this one. But I brought up SPA because this one should be bouncing more, and it's just not. I also just tried a little play on LEDS. This one, has failed a lot, so this is a choppy one, but it was spiking on a new Forbes article. And you can see here, it's trying like twice. It got up to 370, but here it goes down to like the 350s and now the 340s. It's just tough. It's just choppy today. Aside from IDEX, like if you could just hold IDEX, but this is choppy too. I would not be chasing this one. EVOC, EVOK had a big spike and this one's failing. SINT had a big spike and this one's now failing. KTOV had a big spike and this one came back a little bit, but all in all, it's pretty much failing. In GNUS, I can't tell you how much hype there's been with GNUS over the past few days. And MARK, this is MARK. Both of these are kind of dead in the water. And, we need better pumpers. We need more pumping. So understand, I'm not against the pumpers. Like there's this whole misconception, but I will call them out. And how do you know like who is a pumper or what is a pumper? Like, first of all, use the Stocks to Trade social media search tool. And look for phrases like where they say like going to the moon, this thing is worth like $30 a share. If you sell, you're my enemy. You're either with us or you're my enemy or our enemy. Like they turn it into like this, like, I don't know, like crusade, right? And that's not how trading should be. Like trading should be like, okay, let me take my profits. Let me try to take a single or a double or maybe a triple, but don't go for home runs. And usually selling too soon is a good thing. WKHS, by the way, keeps going up. I had this right here on this spike with the breaking news in the fours, and I sold a little too soon. But that's okay. Like selling too soon is fine. And this is the truest tweet that I've seen all day on Twitter. It is about perspective, and 2K a day is okay. So a little bit slower morning to start the week. That's okay. I like showing you different traders, trading IDEX, VYST, SINT. You want to trade the biggest percent gainers. You want to try to ride the momentum, but recognize that you have to take this day by day. And today, um, guess what? You just have to like say, okay, no huge intraday spikers today, lots of failures. So I'm going to size down. I'm going to adapt to the market. And that's what it's all about. So I'll post a link just below for my chat room. Get in the chat room and we'll see what the afternoon brings. Stay safe, stay conservative. Thank you.